This is going to be a beginner-friendly yoga floor. I wanted to make you realize that you don't actually need to constantly reinvent the wheel because you're not anticipating the new move that's coming next. You already have a familiar idea of the practice and the sequence, so then you can focus more on the breath and on the body. For me personally, I used to use yoga and meditation when I felt anxious or overwhelmed. If I wasn't able to sit to meditate, then I would use yoga and movement to calm my thoughts. Or if I didn't have the energy to practice yoga, I would use meditation. But today we'll be doing both. Just come into a seated or kneeling position, whichever feels more comfortable for you. And just closing down the eyes, starting to center. Relaxing the body. Starting to pay attention to the breath. Pay attention to the body. Feel the breath coming in and out through the nose. And starting to take bigger breaths. Inhale through the nose. Allow the belly to expand, allow the ribs to expand. And exhale through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose, belly and ribs expand. Exhale through the mouth. One more. Inhale, belly and ribs expand. Exhale through the mouth. Starting to bring the hands towards the floor and just taking a cat-cow here. So belly comes down, head comes up, inhale. Exhale, back goes up towards the sky, chin to chest. Inhale, belly comes down. Exhale, back up to the sky. Keep going, inhale. Notice the sensations in the spine, exhale. Once more. And then coming into the same warm-up, we're going to tuck the toes, take the hips up towards the sky, but still keeping a bend in the knees here, taking a breath. Pushing the hands away from the floor, maybe paddling the feet out here. Making sure you're bending the knees and trying to get the base of the hips towards the sky, taking some breaths. And then we're going to inhale, right leg reaches towards the sky, bringing that right knee towards the chest. And just landing the foot where you can on the floor. And then maybe stepping it forwards to a low lunge on the right side. Taking some breaths here. Hands to the floor, blocks. Feeling the hips sink towards the floor here. And then slowly starting to extend that right leg, right toes come towards the sky. Inhale, bringing it forwards. Exhale, take it back. Just going lightly here. Inhale forwards. Exhale back. Inhale, coming back forwards, tucking the back left toes and stepping forwards to forward fold. Bend the knees here, try and get the belly towards the thighs. Taking some breaths. Maybe grabbing hold of each elbow and allowing the head and the spine to release. Taking some breaths. And then slowly bringing the knees together, squeezing the legs, come into chair, hands rise to the sky, relaxing the shoulders, squeezing the glutes and the core. Take a breath. And then exhale, taking the hands down, stepping back to downward facing dog. Paddling the feet out here, taking some breaths. Again, bending the knees, butt reaches towards the sky. Inhale, left leg rises this time. Bring in that left knee towards the chest, arch in the upper back. Left foot lands on the floor. Come into low lunge on the left side here. Take in some breaths. Feel the hips sink towards the floor. And then slowly starting to extend that left leg, left toes point towards the sky. Inhale, coming forwards. And exhale, coming back. Twice more. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, back. Inhale, forwards. And then inhale, come back forwards. Tuck the right toes, stepping forwards to forward fold. Again, allowing the knees to bend and allowing the belly to come towards the thighs. Take in some breaths. And slowly starting to inhale, squeeze the legs together. Come to chair. Squeezing the glutes under, strong through the legs, relaxing the shoulders. Hands come up or to heart center in prayer position. And then slowly releasing, hands come down, stepping back to downward facing dog. Taking some breaths. And then we're going to inhale, come into plank. Holding it here, pushing the hands away from the floor. And then bringing the knees down, bringing the chest and chin down. Exhale. So elbows are coming together, and then inhale, rising the chest up off the floor. And then from here, exhale, downward facing dog, pushing through the hands, tucking the toes, and coming back into downward facing dog. Taking some breaths here. Going through that warm up a little bit quicker. So inhale, right leg rises. Bringing that right knee towards your chest, right foot in between the palms. Come to low lunge. Then exhale, straighten the right leg. Inhale, coming forwards. Twice more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And the next inhale, tuck the left toes, stepping forwards, forward fold, release. Then slowly bringing the knees together, strong through the legs, arms rise, or come to prayer position, strong through the legs and the glutes and the pelvis. One breath here. Inhale. And then the exhale, stepping back to downward facing dog. Staying here and taking a couple of breaths, or inhale, come into plank. Exhale, knees down, chest and chin down. Inhale, come into cobra. Either a little cobra or slightly bigger, just being mindful of the lower back here. Exhale, downward facing dog, tucking the toes, hips back towards the sky. Take a breath. Inhale, lifting the left leg towards the sky here, left knee towards the chest, left foot in between the palms, or just on the floor where it lands. Right knee comes down, take a breath. Exhale, left leg extends, hips go back. Twice more, inhale. And exhale, take it back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, coming forwards on that left leg, stepping forwards on the right foot, forward fold, release. And then inhale, come into chair, strong through the legs, the glutes and the core, hands come up out of prayer. Take one breath. On the next exhale, placing the hands on the floor, stepping back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises here. Bringing that right knee towards the chest, right foot in between the palms, come into high lunge. Exhale, come into warrior two. Strong through the legs. Inhale, right hand reaches forward. Exhale, take it back. Taking that right arm to right knee, left arm comes up and over. Side stretch. Both hands come down, frame the right foot, right leg goes all the way back, inhale. Right leg comes down. Inhale into plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. So knees are on or off the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take some breaths. Inhale, left leg rises. Left knee comes to the chest, left foot in between the palms. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, come into warrior two. Inhale, reaching that left hand forward. Left hand goes all the way back. Left elbow to left knee. Right hand comes up and over. Side angle. Both hands frame the left foot. That left foot goes all the way to three-legged dog. Inhale. Left foot comes down. Come to plank. Lowering all the way down. Inhale, come into cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Taking some breaths here. Bringing the knees out wide, toes touching. Extend the arms forwards, come into child's pose for a couple of breaths here. Forehead to the floor. Feeling the sensation of the points of contact of the body on the floor. Taking some breaths. And then from here, coming back into downward facing dog, you're more than welcome to do another round of that warm up. And we're going to go into the main floor to make it nice and short and sweet. Inhale, right leg rises. Right knee comes towards the chest, right foot to the floor. Inhale, come to high lunge. Taking some breaths here. Strong through the legs and bring your attention towards the legs. Hands coming towards heart center, bringing the weight into the right foot, kicking that left foot back, come to warrior three. Taking some breaths. Find your drishti, your point to stare at. Steady breathing. And then slowly starting to take that left toes back into the mat. Brief inhale, high lunge. And then exhale, warrior two. Again, strong through the legs. We're going to inhale, try and take the right toes up off the floor. Left hand goes back, right hand goes up and over, reverse triangle. And then coming back to this position, reaching the right hand forwards and taking the right hand either to the shin or to the outside of the calf. Left hand goes up towards the sky, either looking down towards the floor or looking up towards the sky here. Taking some breaths. And if you want to challenge yourself, you can start to take the weight into the right foot here. Maybe putting your hand on the floor or on a block, on your fingertips, left hand on the hips. Or you can just try and hover. Completely up to you. You might want to try and step this back foot in first before you reach the floor and step up. If you want to extend the upper arm, trying to float the hand if you want to challenge yourself. Taking some breaths, steady breathing, focusing on one spot. Strong through the legs. And then slowly just putting that left foot on the floor. Hands to the floor, stepping back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come into plank. Pushing the toes forwards. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Taking some breaths. Inhale, left leg rises. Bringing that left knee towards the chest, left foot lands on the floor. Inhale, come to high lunge. Bringing the hands to heart center, allowing the weight to go into that left foot this time. Right foot kicks back, warrior three. Relaxing the shoulders back and down. Strong through the legs. And then bringing those right toes back down. Inhale, brief high lunge. And exhale, warrior two. Focusing on the front left fingertip. Shoulders are relaxed, strong through the legs. Take one more breath. And then we're going to slowly start to straighten that front left leg. Right hand goes back, left hand goes up, reverse triangle. And then slowly start to tip forwards. Left hand either goes to the shin or to the front of the calf. Right hand goes up, looking up towards the sky or down towards the floor. And then either coming from here, placing the hand on the hip or leaving it up, either taking the right foot further in and then starting to extend, or you can start to try and extend from triangle pose. Strong through the legs. Finding your drishti point, the point to stare at, a focus point. Maybe trying to elevate that hand off the floor. And then right foot goes back down, hands frame the left foot, stepping back to downward facing dog. Either staying here or starting to inhale, come to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Taking some breaths here. Going through that sequence one more. So inhale, right leg rises. Bending that right knee, bringing it to the chest. Right foot comes to the floor. Inhale, come into high lunge. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. Kicking back with that left foot. Weight comes into the right foot. Warrior three. Taking that left toes down. Inhale, come into high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, right arm reaches up, right leg straightens, right toes to the sky. Take a breath. Exhale, horizontal arms. Inhale, right hand reaches forwards, triangle pose. Right hand comes down, left hand goes to the sky, looking up or down. Bringing the hand to hip or leaving it in the sky, bringing the weight into the right foot, right fingertips or hot hand hovers from the floor here. Half moon pose. Left foot comes down, frame the right foot with the hands, stepping back to downward facing dog, staying here or taking a vinyasa. Inhale, come into plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come to cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Bring that left knee towards the chest, left foot in between the palms. Inhale, come to high lunge. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Weight into the left foot, right leg kicks back. Warrior three. Right toes come down. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, left leg straightens, left hand goes up and over, reverse triangle. Exhale, hands come to horizontal. Inhale, reach that left hand forwards, right hand goes up, either looking down or looking up towards the sky. Squeeze in the core here, the sides of the body. Take a breath. Right hand stays up or comes onto the hip, weight comes into the left foot, right foot kicks back. Taking some breaths, steady breathing. Right toes come down, hands frame the left foot, stepping back to downward facing dog. Taking some breaths here. And then bringing the knees out wide, toes touching, extend the arms forwards, come into child's pose, and taking some breaths here. You're more than welcome to take a couple of breaths and go through the sequence for the third time. And now we'll start to cool down the body. And slowly just coming up onto all fours and coming to sit on the butt. So come into a seated position and taking a bend in the left leg, taking it underneath the right leg. Take that right foot over the left knee, and you can either bring it to the floor here, making sure the sit bones are on the floor. If this feels like enough, you can stay here, or you can bring the top of the foot, the shoelaces, towards the floor and try and align each knee with each other. Again, staying here if this feels enough, just relaxing the body. Or if you want, starting to forward fold over the legs here. Taking some breaths, feeling the sensation on the outside of the legs here. And slowly just releasing the legs. Taking the feet on the floor, taking the knees from side to side. And then taking a bend in the right leg this time, taking it underneath the left leg. Right knee comes to the floor. Left foot goes over, either staying here with the foot on the floor and the sit bones on the floor, spine straight, or taking the left shoelaces, the top of the left foot to the floor. both knees are aligned, stay here, or you can forward fold. Take in some breaths, allowing the body to relax here. And slowly releasing, bringing the spine up, and again just bringing the feet to the floor, taking both knees from side to side, taking some breaths. So starting to take the back towards the floor here, bringing the right knee into the chest and extending the left leg out long. Bringing that right knee over towards the left side, extending the right arm out to the right side, either looking up to the sky or looking towards that right hand. Just taking some breaths here and allowing the body to relax. And then slowly starting to bring that right knee towards the chest again. Extending that right leg out long, bringing the left knee towards the chest this time. Taking that left knee over towards the right side and extending the left arm out long. Either looking up towards the sky or looking over towards that left hand. Noticing the sensations in the body, in the spine, in the hips, in the shoulders, or even the neck. And slowly starting to bring that right knee towards the chest and just bringing both knees into the chest here. Allowing the back muscles to relax and just rocking from side to side here, taking some breaths. And then squeeze the knees into the chest, maybe bringing the forehead towards the knees and just take a big squeeze, inhale. And then exhale, Shavasana, feet out to the side, palms facing the sky, tucking the hips under and get into a comfortable position. You're more than welcome to take the feet to the floor and bring the knees together if the lower back feels uncomfortable here. Maybe getting a pillow, putting it underneath the knees, getting a blanket, getting cozy for Shavasana, making sure you're warm enough, and allowing the body to completely relax here. Checking in with the breath, the sensation of the body on the floor, and starting to relax the hands and the feet, the legs and the arms. Relaxing the muscles in the hips, the stomach, the chest and the back. Relaxing the shoulders and neck, closing down the eyes and relaxing the facial muscles. Just resting here for a few moments. And slowly starting to take your last couple of breaths here in this posture. Tuning into the breath again. And tuning into the sensation of the body on the floor, any sounds around you. And slowly starting to take the hands above the head, bring the feet together, take a big stretch, inhale. And then exhale, bringing the knees towards the chest. And then taking a side lying position when you're ready in your own time. And then taking a seated position when you're ready. Just closing down the eyes or looking down towards the floor here. Just noticing how the body feels after the practice. Notice any sensations in the body, in the mind. And then slowly starting to bring the hands to heart center. Take a big inhale. And exhale, just bow down, bringing the hands to the forehead, and just thank yourself for taking this time for practicing today, taking this time for your mind and body. And I hope you enjoyed today's practice. We don't have to continuously reinvent the wheel. It doesn't have to be this really difficult practice with really difficult postures. A really simple yoga practice can sometimes have the biggest impact. This is going to be like a foundational sequence for me that I use and constantly come back to, so that I don't have to choose a different sequence or spend time looking for a new sequence. You can just have this go-to sequence that you really enjoy, and it's not too difficult. It gets your yoga practice in and you get on the mat. So I hope you've enjoyed today's practice. Let me know how you go, and I'll see you on the next one.